Dear Kyle Wellwood, on behalf of hockey fans everywhere, and especially Canucks fans, I would like to apologize for the Kyle Wellwood is so fat trending topic this morning on Twitter. Thankfully, it shouldn't be too hard for you to forgive all of us, even the Leafs fans, who have less points than a triangle. How is that so, you ask? Because triangles are two-dimensional objects with no depth? Well, you should know since you played with the Leafs at one time. We know you lost 15 or 20 pounds this past off-season, and have been putting it to good use running back and forth from your house to Subway. That's your secret, isn't it? You went on the Jared diet. This Saturday, you play the Leafs. Berkey will be up in the press box, tampering with himself, and trying to figure out the math on how many years after 2011 that they'll have the first overall pick in the draft. Berkey is sure building a strong team over there in Boston, eh? Kyle, maybe after the game you can play Scrabble with the guys as a sort of, cool-down game. Whatever you do though, just don't play the word Maple Leafs, because you'll only get 1 point. And while you're at it, Kyle, make sure you update the guys on Jim Balsilli's quest. They may not have been paying attention lately, and you can just let them know that he wasn't able to get an NHL team into Hamilton just yet, because then Toronto would want one. And I know the truth, Willie. We know that when you jump up after a goal, that you don't get stuck. And we know that there's no such penalty as 2 minutes for harpooning. Although, now that I think about it, I would probably give that a game misconduct. And man, what is wrong with you? Announcing the new buffet table going in behind the Canucks bench? That's only going to attract the fans from Phoenix, and we don't need those dogs. And by the way, I think being baptized at SeaWorld is freaking awesome. I wasn't baptized, but for Rizzle, yo, I bet Shamu just looked great in his aquarium. And look on the bright side. If you hadn't signed with the Canucks a couple years ago, you still would have had the Raptors and the Argos to fall back on. At least they play something relatively similar to hockey. Just a word of caution. And it's only because I care about you, Kyle. Only because I care about you. Be careful tomorrow night when the Leafs hit the ice, that you don't sink with them like the Titanic did. And always be thankful you live in Vancouver and play for the Canucks, where the seasons are the right way around. Who wants to see the Leafs falling in spring? I will admit, I have taken part in the Kyle Wellwood is so fat revolution on Twitter this morning, and I'm a little ashamed. And for that, even more specifically than at the beginning of this letter, I am sorry. You don't deserve this treatment after the work you put in the past off-season. Hopefully the Leafs fans have it coming tomorrow night. In fact, I know they do. Knock on wood. Just to conclude, Kyle, we Canucks fans don't care if you were colonized by the British. And we certainly can turn a puffy eye to you eating Don Koharski's donuts on the set of Wayne's World. But I wouldn't get too carried away with all those absorbing penalties. Just remember, we love you for a lot of things. Your soft hands in the shootout. Your almost buzzer beater versus Edmonton the other night. And, that was pretty sweet. And, good job. And, the inspiration that you instilled in all of us when you proved Mike Gillis wrong last season, securing a spot on the big club. Go kick some Leaf ass tomorrow night, Willie. Good night, and hashtag Kyle Wellwood is so awesome. Yours truly, VanCan19.